What is good, YouTube? Maydubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some more breaking news, notes, highlights, and observations from another day here in Las Vegas for the Raiders training camp period, a couple of days before the pads come on, and that's when things will get really interesting. However, before we get into the pads and all that, let's talk about what happened in today's practice, and a couple of guys who look good and a couple of big plays. But before we get into that, make sure you guys do me a huge favor and smash that like button to help the video get out to more Raiders fans out there. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be covering the entirety of the NFL offseason, signings, trades, training camp, preseason, regular season, as well as live streaming games. So if you want to watch some Raiders games with me throughout the season, I got you guys covered. Join the family. But without any further ado, let's get into the start of this video. Now, one of the best plays came from Jimmy Garoppolo and receiver DeAndre Carter. DeAndre Carter burnt a defender down the sideline. He had a couple of good stretches Jimmy Garoppolo did during practice, especially connecting with Davante Adams and a couple of other wide receivers. But there also was some, bad plays as well. I mean, he threw consecutive interceptions in practice. Wasn't the best thing in the world, but Garoppolo he's not lacking confidence right now, which is something I was a little bit worried about coming off this injury. I didn't know if he was going to be hesitant throwing the deep ball, but he's been throwing a lot of deep balls. Although he did throw a couple of interceptions, I think this is a step in the right direction, not only for his development over the next couple of weeks and getting into the schematics of this playbook with Josh McDaniels, who he has a past with, a relationship with back in New England, but I think that this is a good sign. Even though he did throw in 2 interceptions in practice, I think his confidence is starting to continue to build up, and he's been very connective with Davante Adams, who that's been exciting to see. Now, a couple of other things to note: a rookie who's been really looking good in camp so far is Trey Tucker, man. The team's 3rd round pick this season. He's also benefiting from those deep throws down the sideline. He's got tremendous speed, and we saw a few targets with the first team offense as well. But he's a strong candidate to be the main punt returner on the team. He's going to find a way to get onto the field some way, somehow. He's going to be on the field, whether that's a punt returner, a backup wide receiver option, or maybe even potentially a starting wide receiver down the line. Maybe depending on if someone's cut, if someone's traded, he could be someone who they get onto the field a little bit more, especially if maybe Hunter Renfrow is an option that they trade or cut later down the line. We'll see what happens there, but I do like Trey Tucker's game a lot, and I feel like they have to find a way to get him onto the field. Now, a veteran who's looked pretty good is Ameer Abdullah. Now, Ameer Abdullah's been getting a lot of snaps, a lot of carries, a lot of catches with Josh Jacobs currently not with the team, not playing with the team. So Ameer Abdullah is someone that you guys need to keep an eye on for because he's been getting a lot of the work, as well as Zamir White is also another guy that they're extremely excited for. But in terms of the running back position, we need to wait a little bit longer to see which one of these guys are really going to stand out, strictly because there's no pads, there's no contact, and that's where the running backs make their money. So we'll see what happens over the next few days here. Hopefully Jimmy Garoppolo can continue to improve, continues to get better as we go upon these next couple of days here at training camp. But things are looking good so far. The defense looks fun. The offense looks fun. Like I said, just need to continue to develop, continue to get a little bit better over the next few days here, and we'll see how many of these guys can really truly make this roster, or continue to make a name, turn some heads throughout training camp. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications so I can keep you updated with everything that's going on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there. But you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.